Hi, I'm John Varvatos, and I'm sitting in my boutique in the Holt, Renfrew, Montreal store, and I'm here today to host an event with the Stills performing live this evening. You know, I think it adds a little flavor to the store. There's no doubt about it. Rock and roll plays a huge influence in my life. It has from the time I was probably in my early teens. I grew up in a very kind of music community. I grew up in Detroit. It was a very rock and roll kind of town. Growing up, I always kind of wanted to look like a rock star. Never was one, but definitely loved the whole look. But music, you know, in my life I have like three major passions. I have my family, I have my fashion, and I have rock and roll. And I'm lucky that at least two of them I've been able to blend really nicely, which is the music and the fashion together. We had a lot of Canadian rock stations that we listened to in Detroit, both, you know, when I was quite young in AM radio, but the FM, the really kind of good rock and roll stations came out of Windsor and London, Ontario, and that type of thing. So I grew up with listening to what was a lot of Canadian music. So I grew up listening to a lot of Canadian rock and roll and been a big fan. And the Stills, you know, the Stills were somebody that I guess 4 or 5 years ago I read about their album in actually a British magazine. Bought it and been a fan since.
Veuillez accueillir John Varvatos.
So let's have a big hand for the Stills.
Well, I think every guy has a little bit of a rock and roll fantasy and has a little bit of rock and roll in them. It's really, you know, adding just a little bit of an edge to your wardrobe. And it could be in the fit of a jean, it could be the way you wear the jacket styled with something. But I think, you know, a lot of the young guys, in fact, you know, we're working with the Stills today too, they want to dress up. They want to wear suits, but they want the suits to be fitted and sleeker and possibly wear a skinny tie with it if they wear a tie with it. The whole idea, though, is that, again, to mix things so that you could find a tailored jacket, kind of a fitted tailored jacket, and mix it with a slimmer fitting jean and some type of a nice deep sport shirt with it and a pair of boots. It's pretty simple. We do tailored every season, which is important to us, which are suitings and jackets. I think we do amazing knitwear with lots of interesting details, whether it's knit shirts or sweaters, that type of thing. Yeah, the laceless Converse sneaker was one of those things, like in a lifetime of a designer, if you have one kind of iconic item that really kind of lives on, it's kind of a miracle. And we were pretty lucky with that piece. It came about on a Sunday afternoon in my design studio, sitting by myself, just playing around with a pair of Converse shoes, getting ready for a design meeting the next day with them. And I sewed a piece of elastic in there, just thinking it'd be really cool if I could wear these things without laces. And it's turned into, you know, the second largest shoe in the history of Converse. So you're going to a concert here in Montreal tonight and you want to put something special. I guess it depends on what the show is, first of all, because you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb, so you want to kind of like get into the vibe of the show. And a lot of it really has to do with your personality. I mean, everybody has, you know, I don't think there's like an outfit for that. I think there's really more about your personality, but you want a little sexiness to it.